By popular demand, I am letting you in on my journey, my path, my rite of passage to Grandmaster in Street Fighter V. The tips, the tricks, the wins and the losses, it's all here. Shortened content, retrospectives about how I feel about each and every match. Some of these matches I played on Twitch and others I played off stream. In this episode, we highlight 3 matches across 2 patches, Evil Ryu and Zangief. Here, I'll show you and tell you how I'm thinking in each match and how you can take that info into your own game. We're only 2,000 points away and we're just getting started. So sit back, watch some matches, and let me guide you through my decision-making process. After all, you are a decision maker too, not just some mouth-breathing, instinct-dependent guy. Let's get this. More episodes every week from on-stream and off-stream games that I think you can learn from. Without further ado, this is Road to Grandmaster. Okay guys, so when I'm playing here, and I'm focusing on Kage, my main focus is to ensure that he's not all up on me point blank trying to attack me. So I use a lot of dash punches at range to keep him at bay. I'm looking for, in this matchup, turnaround punches, and if they try to get cheeky with an air fireball, I'm about to jump at the ready. Now when I hold any opponent in the corner, as you've seen in some videos, I am not trying to take too many risks unless I feel like I have to. But it's almost always a better choice to hold that corner, do some light pressure, some down medium punches, some stand hard punches, and look for an anti-air versus looking for something wild like an EX dash punch to win the game. So here, after getting a counter hit, I look for the advantage. I keep the pressure light because again, I'm trying to just stay at a life lead, stay at a distance, anti-air, and keep him at bay. This is how I work. And again, when we're moved to a certain space right there, the Evil Ryu, if you back it up, you'll notice that he's looking for some kind of fireball. That is not the right way to play. He might be new to playing Kage because a lot of those fireballs aren't really worth it. So for me, the value is all inside me doing taps or even jumps. So if there was the Evil Ryu player, I think they need to look for more down medium kicks, down strongs, look for a forward fierce, which has been buffed recently in the most recent patch, and try to stop me from that perspective versus doing anything else. So here, this is where I get things get a little dangerous, okay? I'm never knowing when this V-Trigger 1's gonna slam, and he's gonna just activate, boom, I dropped a combo here, big deal, and he just immediately goes for it. And he's gonna go for it again. That's a really good tech trap, but that time I pressed the button. So right now I really want to hold and just block. So here I am blocking, waiting. I take a little step forward, activate. Now I have frame advantage. Now I don't know if he tried to super or what his choice was there, but definitely every choice except for EX frames was in my favor. So this match, Zangief, right? We have a little old guide right now on Zangief, and so maybe you guys can learn something from this. So in this match, I'm picking V-Trigger 2 and V-Skill 2. Now, for context, this is the old patch. So you might see me do V-Skill 2s here and they're gonna hit on block and maybe they'll be positive, in which case I hit stand jab. That said, that's the only thing that's different in this match. I still recommend V-Skill 2 because otherwise, Zangief's V-Trigger 1, V-Skill 1 combination will absorb your dash punches and you just get sucked in, right? That's not what you want. At range, I'm looking for him to do a stand fierce and whiff punish, try to anti-air as best I can, and something I've definitely added since doing V-Trigger 2 is I'm looking for a smash in the air, and I'm going to try to cancel into a V-Skill 2 and prime that, get that at the ready to deal with his V-Skill 1. I love the interplay between these two V-Skills because on the one hand, he can attack me with something serious like that V-Skill 1, absorb something, boom. But for me, I have the opportunity as well. So when they took this away from him in the recent patch, I could be sore about it or I could adapt. So I'm then focused mostly on how can I adapt in these situations because I didn't always have that anyways. Okay, so here, moving here, looking for an opportunity. He's spinning around, V-Trigger 1. He's staying real dangerous. I'm looking for a super cancel. I messed up there. Good anti-air. Again, I look for another super cancel from stand fierce or stand hard punch. Now, okay, now I can't take too many risks because I'm one EX grab away from another EX grab, and so maybe I don't have the defense to deal with this. So boom. Yeah, just trying to keep the pressure light. There you go. Now, if you see that stand jab again, I did stand jab, that's +3, and I went for the V trigger right there, which was 7 frames. That means really, he's not going to do anything about that, okay? But he could have done a throw invincible move. He could have done a, he could have done, you know, like, he could have jumped. He could have done backdash. He could have done V shift. So I definitely took a risk in that scenario. Right back into the match. So in this second round, I'm looking to, again, hold him in the corner, and as you can see, land a smash punch into V skill 2 cancel, so that way I have that next opportunity. And if I have an opportunity to stay right next to Zangief on a pressure situation, I'll take it, because Zangief on wake up is not like the old games where he has a 1 frame whatever grab that can just grab you. Like, whoa, in this game on defense, he's just as weak as everybody else, but he also has options against throwing, and you know, he can be a little bit more serious. And with V shift, I think he has a lot of good options against players, and he also has a really good option against V shift, which we might make a video on, so stay tuned for that. For the advanced, if you know exactly what video I'm trying to make, definitely hit me up in the comments, and I'll let you know. If someone guesses what it is, I'll definitely make it like maybe this week. So yeah, just, you know, if you know the answer, put it in the comments, okay? And if you're watching this long, that's awesome. Let me know what you think. If you're a part of this thing here now, okay. So in that scenario right there, I was trying to use proximity guard with stand jab, but then he's doing V trigger, and so I had a little bit of fun there. I kept getting dragged along. And speaking of fun, I got the opportunity to play against a warlord Zangief known as Dr. Danny Pham. This guy has the best reads on me ever. Like, he just knows I'm not being creative enough in my neutral. I'm not skilled enough in this neutral, and therefore when I run into players like this, it's a joy, because I can actually get punished for things that maybe I'm not even sure are wrong, and it really helps me go back to the lab and do things like, okay, how does Warlord Mataoha deal with this? How does Smug deal with this? You know, what could I be doing differently? And so I've been trying to change some things up, and so I was, you know, proud of some of the impacts of this match, but you know, ultimately I did lose, which is okay, because losing is also part of the grind, right? You're supposed to be able to look at some of these matches and say, hey, I made a mistake. Boom. Well, what can I do next time? What are my habits? Do I have habits that are correctable? Are my good habits being punished by good play? What should I do? And a lot of times when this happens, I'm in kind of a checklist, like, okay, I landed the crouch fierce, I missed the combo, I'm looking for an opportunity to get back in. I use EX dash punch even though I don't have V skill 2 stocked, so I need to be looking for a dash throw or just not dash punch in that scenario. There, look at this. Even though I did a good punish, quote unquote, on the command grab, I could have done a much better one with crouching fierce punch. So against a player like Dr. Danny Pham and other very skilled players across all of Diamond and higher, there is a lot of these small inaccuracies, lack of optimizations that I myself on the road to Grandmaster, I got to get better at. And you know, I kind of have to admit that. And whether you are bronze, silver, gold, platinum, whatever rank you might be, there are things that you need to work on that maybe you've put off. Maybe you need to think about what to do. So for example, in this end game scenario, I'm not actually entirely sure how do I come back from this life deficit when a literal jab will beat me. Now, part of this would need to be, one, don't be in this scenario, Leo. That's not a good idea. One time, don't do that. Got it. But what are my safe normals to get no damage in a scenario where the Zangief just wants to use crouch jab? Now, am I looking for down medium punch pressure? Am I going to backdash, maybe look for a V skill 2? I have to rethink how I'm looking at these matches, so that way I can get better and understand what I need to do. So again, neutral in this against someone who's rotating their options properly is very difficult. So here I could have definitely tried to whiff punish both of those forward fierce punches. The first one I looked for a dash up grab, that was never going to happen. That down medium punch is good. This stand fierce, not good. So I have to think, okay, what do I need to do here? How can I make this better? Now V skill's good, and that was plus back in the day, so that was helpful. That would be a mistake in the current game. So you know, looking for changes, right? Looking for ways to make this better. So if you guys are appreciating a lot of this retrospective, I am too. I mean, I have to force myself to look at not just my wins, but also my losses. So let me know in the comments. Put some questions out there. What are you looking for in the second episode? Do you like this series? I'm thinking about a limited run. We might do 5 to 6 videos, or maybe more, depending on if you guys are getting a lot of value out of it. See you guys on the next episode. And if you're looking to get better, check out this video on how Balrog's changed. Peace.